demonstrating the Kraus pivot screw countersink tools. With any countersink or with any cutting tool, it is always important to understand that you must go in one direction. If it has a cutting edge, if you turn back on that cutting edge, you will dull the surface. The Kraus tool has several different pilots for the different sizes of pivot screws that we're going to deal with. Now, it should be said that the inside part, right here, is the section that fits inside the pivot screw hole. This is the head of the pivot screw that will actually be brought into the post. Now, this is to help countersink it. Now, when can we use this tool? Occasionally, we will have pivot screws that become loose. We will need to sink it in so it holds the key perfectly straight and in line while it moves up and down. Okay? To demonstrate this tool, I have set up a flexible arm that can be used in various areas that we need to get around posts, and it can be turned. It comes with a long and a short rod and 3 handles to assist you in setting this up. Please notice the diameter of each one is slightly different, and that's to help you with your hand. For the flexible one, we have an Allen key set on both sides that allows this to be held in firmly in place, so while we're cutting, our piece will not lose and turn. Okay? You have a small Allen key that will be used to tighten, and finger tight is all that's needed. You do not need to super tighten these 2 screws, but you do need to tighten both sides. To work this tool, decide where you're going to be working on. If this is your case where you're working on the end of a saxophone, you do not want the flex shaft. Simply remove your counter bore, loosen and remove your flexible one, if this is the handle that you prefer to use. Always try to use the shortest one possible, as this will give you the greatest amount of control. Obviously, the longer you have to deal with, the more issues you have with wobbling. We've now selected a piece, and we've selected a tone hole. We'll notice we have a countersunk hole and some threads inside. This particular case, this one fits the hole perfectly. That means that would be the size of the head being used. We're going to hold it level and in place, holding our piece, and we're simply going to turn it a few turns. And if you can see some of the brass falling, that is actually countersinking that hole. Remove it. When I place the pivot screw back in this hole, it will now travel farther inside the post, allowing that head to be out of the way. The second thing that this does, it allows the pivot screw to travel further inside into a V, stopping it at the right direction so you allow a proper pivot. Once you've done with this tool, simply give it a clean and you're ready to go. Thank you.